Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new review. Behind us is the new Forthing T5 EVO Sport trim. In this video we're going to check the differences, but we're also going to see some new exciting changes because a lot of you were commenting the past model. Now it's been updated as well. We're going to check it in this trim, so without further ado, let's just jump into the review. Once again on the test we have the beautiful Forthing T5 EVO, this time in the Sport trim. Now I reviewed the exclusive trim last year, and you're going to see some changes in the 2025 model year. They're available also in the exclusive and the sport trim. Yes, we have the same color, and this is also same. Inside we have the Mitsubishi's 1.5 TD. It's a 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol producing 177 horsepower, linked to 7-speed dual clutch automatic. It's enough horsepower for the size of SUV because it's not too heavy despite its size, and you can get some good fuel economy if you're not too aggressive. Depends on your driving style, of course. Now let me show you the key fob, and then we're gonna move to the car. You have the same key fob, Forthing signature on both sides. Lock, unlock, hold to pop the power tailgate. Press this one to extend the keychain. Is actually a physical key. We have keyless start, but inside you need to, outside you need to pull the handle to unlock, but you can touch to lock the car if you have the key in your pocket. If I unlock the car, you can see the mirrors unfold. Now the lights don't come on. Unfortunately, you need to start the car. But let's dive into the design and changes. This car, exterior-wise, is the same, except it has different front and rear bumper. But you can see nice contours, and this color really looks very nice on the sun. Now, if we come a little bit closer, you can see the daytime running lights on the top. They switch to turn signals. You can see the beautiful beige color. It looks a little bit gold on the sun now. You have this chrome accent. We have the same headlights. These are LED. Top one is the main light, bottom one is the long beam. You have Forthing signature here, but there's no front fog lights. Now a little bit more sharp lines, sportier looking. We have carbon fiber imitation, piano black, and then unpainted black with this aerodynamic details. On the front we have air intake, but it's not big. It's like divided from top to bottom in segments, but you can see through. Have parking sensors here and here in the front and rear standard. We have the wide lens camera, good high resolution, and huge thanks to Auto Hrvatska, or Auto Croatia would be translation. They're the general importer, for giving me the car for review. Now on the top we have the badge. If I back up here, you can see the front. Now the front a little bit looks like Urus. Some people are going to love that, some won't, but it's a matter of personal taste. Some people ask, why do we have a different badge in Croatia? I don't know. I saw in Bulgaria Auto Show they have the like classical shield with a lion inside, but here we have a different badge. Maybe it's something about the market. I like this one personally, so that's that. Now beautiful SUV. Let's check the tires. We have the same 19-inch alloys. These are matte black, and these are 19-inch. If I can find the dimension, it's right here. 235/55 R19. These are winter tires. They do not come from the factory, so these were refitted because they're mandatory here in the winter, but the car usually comes with summer tires. And inside you have a 17-inch spare one. Suspension, a very comfortable ride, despite big alloy, but this is an SUV tire, so it's bigger. You have good protection here, some mud flaps standard, and you have here different skirt. It's a little bit more sticking outside, this black and metallic silver finish. Now let's check the mirror here. If I unlock the car, so you can see big turn signals. There's a wide lens camera for 360 parking, big mirrors, some aerodynamic design elements. You can see here the VIN number. You can see the dash. Now I'm not sure if there's a speaker here. It looks like a speaker, but I don't think it is. There's a light sensor. Interesting here, there's a rain sensor, and look at this, there's a camera here and not on the top. It's blank. I'm really not sure why, but that's the way it is. You have double laminated front windshield, so good for acoustics and soundproof. On the top we have factory black roof, aluminum roof racks, and panoramic roof that's openable tinted with a shark fin antenna on the back. If I back up, you can see the profile of this beautiful SUV. We have the chrome outline around the windows, tinted windows in the back from the factory. We have the spoiler and the stoplight there. There's also a washer nozzle for the rear wiper. If I back up, you can see the rear very sporty. The bottom part is a bit more pronounced, and the whole bumper at the bottom is different. We have the same taillights. They're connected, all LED, and then we have these sport elements in the design. This is unpainted black, and then at the bottom it continues in the color of the vehicle. We have those horizontal cat eyes. We have a fog light on the rear. You can see parking sensors, and we have quad exhaust that's real. It looks good. We have cold license plate illumination. There's a backing camera right there. Now you can press here to open, or you can use the key fob. We have here Dogfang Motors, Forthing, and T5 EVO signature. Now, instead of opening it here, I will use the key fob. So just hold the unlock button. So I'm a 2-meter tall person if you're new to the channel, or 6.6 in feet, 200 centimeters, whatever it's easier for you. So this opens fairly tall. Now there's that opening button. When you press it, it immediately pops and starts opening, so there's no delay. You can see here you can close. You can program the height, but there's an option in the infotainment how high you want it. So it's like pre-set up. And here we have this nice cover. It's rubberized. And look at this. When you pull it, it's not noisy when it retracts because they added some flint material there. Of course, you can pull here and then take it out if you need more space. Now I know my jacket is here in the way. Let me just grab it and show you how that looks. Here you can see cargo space is 480 liters, 1,480 when you knock down the seats, which splits 60-40. So it's a good cargo space and easy to remember in this case because the numbers are repeating. This is a Croatian standard first aid box, emergency triangle, spare bulbs. Although we don't have them in this car, it's all LED. We have a warm light on the left, same, so this is plain. There's a little room on the side there. No 12-volt outlet on the back, and here you can see how that looks. Same pocket. Now bear with me, there are 3 fingers of height here from here to here, so around 6 centimeters, but more or less flat, easy to put some cargo inside. Now this is there's a spec sheet. I put it on the front, but this is they put it on a glass, so that's that. You don't get that in the car. You can see here there's a lifter, there's some extra room, there's a standard emergency triangle you get, and if I pull this out, there's a spare tire, steel wheel, again 17-inch, so that's that. Now let's close it up. So let me just hit both of those and close it up. So good closing from the outside, not too loud, and you can see here the car looks very sporty. I do like the back end. It's a little bit more pronounced, but somehow the exclusive one is, I guess, my taste personally. This is locked. When the car is locked, you can see the mirrors. If I unlock the car, then this is unlocked. So anti-theft fuel system. Now if you take this one out, you can hang this one here, and as you can see here, minimum 92 recommended. Now let's move to the back. Good opening and closing sound. Now doors open nice and wide. They go all the way down. You can push here to lock from the inside if you have kids. Good seals, good soundproof. Now on the top and bottom, this is very hard plastic. This one's a bit softer, but or just sounds different. But this is a molding, as you can see. And then at the bottom we have posh materials. This is softly padded, and we have this beautiful beige color on the leather, or excuse me, leatherette. Big handles, carbon fiber imitation, all power windows, fully automatic, rubber mat, big pockets, and speaker there. Now you get these standard carpets. These are the seats, they're perforated as well. Now ISOFIX is, well, usually it is around here, but it's hidden. You can see the top, there's a lot of light coming inside because I left the shade open. Of course, you can close that. Now, if you pull here, you can knock down the bench, and if I move that out of the way, you can see the cargo room. So very spacious. You can also see some instructions there. Now, if I jump inside, pay attention. This has an easy entry, so it's backed up more than the other seat, but look at this. If I get inside, there's good feet room. I'm a tight fit, but I still have enough room, and if I push the seat forward, because even when I'm sitting, I'm not that backwards, there's good knee room, even more if the seat goes more forward. Now, we have beautiful seats. This is leather, this is plastic, but it looks fancy chrome-wise. Here you can see plastic molding. We have this airplane style big pockets, 3 kilograms max. There's nice hooks here on the back on both seats. Here you can see air vents, closed open, USB-A for fast charging, and there's a little cubby there, so it's spacious. And I really do like this carpet. It's nice, it's flush. Now the seats are nice and wide, very comfortable. Have the armrest with adjustable cup holders, a nice rubber mat. At the back, there's a small window on the C-pillar. You can see the top, and we have nice LED lights with physical buttons. Now all 3 sides besides the driver have slowly closing handles. You have these hooks here and on the B-pillar, so that's very practical. Let's hear the closing sound. Okay, I didn't close it properly. I kind of hesitated. Okay, that was a proper closing sound, and it's a good closing sound. Now let me just switch to the front. Okay, if I want to straighten up, well, I'm touching here and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but for an average height person, you should be fine. So yeah, that's tall people's problem. Now I wanted to show you the front. Let's show you the front. So some of you might notice a difference, some of you won't, but let's get on the front and check that out. So once again, close up on that. You can also adjust the seatbelt height, which is a nice feature some cars don't have. Open, close. Okay, honest, handles could be a little bit less noisy, but it's good. They could put like they did actually put a little rubber seal, maybe put it also on the plastic edge, but there's always room for improvement. There's a physical cylinder there. I wanted to show you that. And then lock, and then you pull, unlock. So sometimes it works from the first one, or maybe just me thinking that it does. Maybe you need to pull it twice. Okay, front doors open also very nice and wide. We have same materials, and again, big pockets, speaker at the bottom, big handles, rubber mat, nice posh here. You can lock, unlock here, disable the rear, all power windows, fully automatic. Carpets. The car is a little bit dirty, it's been used. You can see the rubber paddles. I'm gonna pop the bonnet later. I'm gonna come back to this side just to show you the tire pressure. Now, seats are powered back and forward, up and down. There's no knee area going up and down. And here you have the tilt. Now we have lumbar and shortcut for massage option. There's massage options in the infotainment, what kind of type of the massage you want. It's a very firm massage, so some people will appreciate that, some maybe won't. You can see the seats perforated. Now these are heated and ventilated for the driver. Front is also powered but without the lumbar, and it's a little bit higher sitting position than this one. This one can lower down a little bit, but for me, for a tall person, I would prefer it to go slightly lower. Now you can see the headrest, you can see the top there. Steering column is manually adjusted, and here we have a little compartment. Be nice if they put a little flint inside, but you can put maybe a parking card or I don't know, garage opener and similar receipts from the tools. You can pop here the power tailgate, open and close. You can disable the traction control. You can control the mirrors electronically. And before we jump inside, there's a lot of room here. This is a rubber mat. There's a USB-A and 12-volt outlet on the front. Okay, this time I didn't hesitate. Good closing sound and good soundproof in general. Switching to islands. So there was going to be point of view driving with no talking. So we have a good overview here and familiar layout. I'm going to zoom back in. It's hot, so I'm going to hurry up and then turn on the car. Now, checking here, we have Forthing signature. It's a 3-spoke steering wheel, flat bottom, so it's sports steering wheel. We have nice and smooth leather periphery on the sides. We have nice physical buttons. This one's for the trip computer, volume. There are cruise control settings, 360 cameras, shortcut. And here we have the lights, keep them on automatic, wiper controls. And continuing here, this is hard, but this is soft. You can see here the air vents, so it goes all directions. And then you have the closed and open. There's a speaker there. And you can see that. Now, some of you will notice, look at this. This is now a display. It's not anymore like a calculator. There's a glare, so when I turn it on, I'm going to reposition the car so the light doesn't shoot inside. We have here carbon fiber imitation. Here, there's a mount you can put for your phone. Hazards. And we have a spacious glove compartment. Now let me show you the price tag. So as I mentioned, the upgrade to the sport trim is 31,500. I round it up, 10 euros difference, but you can see here the spec sheet in Croatian. We have a spacious glove compartment. Now there's no light inside of it though. At the bottom here we can see AC controls. They come on when the car is turned on. We have a lot of piano black. We have here slowly opening USB-A for media. A shame there's no USB-Cs in 2025. There's a rubber mat and there's some space inside you can put stuff. We have a nice lever. You need to press to change gears. Park button, driving modes, downhill assist, electronic parking brake, which I've said last year doesn't disengage. But it's only if you're not buckled up. If you're buckled up, it disengages automatically and applies automatically when you put it into park. Auto hold, there's 2 cup holders, adjustable with a rubber mat. And there's a lot of room here. There is a AC, open and close. There's a rubber mat, so you can put your drinks here. And you can see the seats are very nice. It's getting hot in the car, so I have to speed up. Good overview on the rear. It's a little bit further back. You have here glasses compartment. There's a nice sponge material here. Lights off when the doors are open, on. You can turn them on individually. Shade controls and roof is there. There's a beauty mirror, and this does not extend. This is not completely covered. It's like 80%, and that's that. Headspace on the front. It's fine if I tilt backwards. If I'm more upright, I would be touching the top, but for an average height person, it's fine. I need to start the car, so foot on the brake. You can see the light goes green, so you can't start the car if you're not touching that. You can see here the AC controls. Now, I know there's a lot of light. I just want to show you the interior, and I'm gonna open this one. If you press here, if you press deep, it just opens up. I'm gonna let some air come inside. You can see how that looks. You can see the wind deflector. And now, when it's vented a little bit, I'm going to close it up. So you can interrupt it, but you can vent it, or you can just, by one click, close it or open it all the way. And I'm going to close the shade. So it's nice to have a lot of light inside, but Sometimes it's in the summer better to close that up. Now, since this is a lot of glare, you can see, yes, finally they've upgraded the infotainment. We're going to back up. Before we do that, just to turn on the cameras. I know there's a glare, but you can see those. Now, let me put it to reverse. I'm not buckled up, so I need to disengage this manually. Put it to reverse. Okay, now put it to drive, excuse me, forward. And I need to turn around so the sun isn't in the display. Now, the glare isn't that much of a problem when you're driving too much, but for a review, it's just for the camera better this way. Let me show you the cameras. You have projections, and you have the 2D, you can have 3D, so you can turn this one around the car. Avatar is white, so if you get a white color, it's matching your car. You can see here the wheel, so look at this. You can see the tires changing, so if you're close to a curb, and here you can set up a transparent body. So I like this one because if you put it to drive, shows the front camera so you can see the traffic lights as well. And now in park. So let's cover the display here. We have a nice upgrade. I'm gonna just lower the fan speed. So we have here automatic, and I'm going to lower the fan speed so it's not too loud. Now we have a beautiful display, and if you remember the last year there was like a fixed calculator style rev and speed. Now we have a full display, and this is just showing how they listen to the customers and did upgrades to the car, and I love it. I like the display. It's very beautiful graphics. Now we have driving modes here. If I press the driving mode, here you can see sport. Now it switches to sport theme. It's a little bit slow in animation when you change the driving modes, but you can have a fixed despite if you're like in standard driving mode, you can switch it manually to have the sport, or if you don't, you just get the sport signature next to the rev to let you know that you're in sport mode. We have the eco, and then we have the normal. Now the eco normal, you don't really feel like the throttle is numb when you go to eco, but when you switch it to sport, you unlock full 177 horsepower. So I believe it's like 150-ish maybe when you're normal, but the car comes alive when you put it to sport. Now with these guys, you can change here up and down. Now okay, for the message, okay, I will buckle up because I'm not sure if it will let me remove the message here. Now if I go down or up, you can see here the fuel consumption. It's a really nice display, and if I go down, you can see here tire pressure. Now I've been idling the car filming a review, and it started to spike, but my average fuel consumption, or excuse me, my lowest fuel consumption when I was doing my night fuel consumption test, driving for around 50 kilometers, between 60 and 80 kilometers per hour, so average around 60. My fuel consumption lowest was 5.4. Last year my lowest was 5 liters straight, but it really depends, I guess, on the traffic and on the outside temperature and so on. But that's that. Now we have also here music shortcut. We have here settings, but look at this backlight. If I go okay inside of it, it shows me trip computer where you can reset it. So I think someone who was programmer didn't link these good in the code. This was supposed to be volume, but it goes into backlight. So someone can manually control the backlight here. Someone messed it up. I think they can fix this, of course, with the software update. But and here in themes, you can actually this one's for the volume. This one's for the turn signal. So you can control that one in the display options. Now here you have the version, and here we have, okay, let me show you the version that has this. Actually, it's not the version. Here you can have automatic ride tied to the driving mode, or you can put it to normal, sport, or energy saving, or the eco display layout. I do prefer this one, honestly. And then here, this will be the version. So you can see the software version that has this bug. It's not correct information. I'm sure they're gonna fix that, because let's move to the main display here. You only have night theme. That's unfortunate, but it matches the black dash. So this is the home menu, and let me show you here first so I don't forget. You have here shortcut for the seats. You have driver and front passenger or your co-pilot. Heated seats, you have the ventilator for the driver only. You have here massage and intensity, and there's a pull down menu. So here you can have a night mode, it kind of dims, or you can manually adjust this. You have these shortcuts. Here you can set up a position. You have Bluetooth, you have inside Wi-Fi, so you can share your hotspot for the car, and you can use maps. If you press here, there's a shortcut. I'm currently connected to Apple CarPlay, so it went to Waze. But if I wasn't, I can actually go here. Let me show you. So we have these apps. These are all shortcuts, but I'm going to show you that from a different way. Vehicle settings, there's also a shortcut there. But we have Google Maps, and these are really nice. Again, you need to share hotspot because it doesn't. This is a really small print here. It doesn't load the maps. You can see this one's not loaded, so this is just like memorizing offline. But you can see here, you can switch here. For live traffic, you need to connect, but you can switch to satellite, or at least it has the part that it memorized. You can see that this one's not mapped because this is that it mapped when I was connected. Back to home. Now we have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I have Apple CarPlay. It works nice and fast. I really appreciate having Waze. Now Waze does change automatically to night theme. You're going to see that in my night tour of this car separate video, or the night point of view review. And this is the return to the car menu. Now here you have the AC controls, classical, but you have here, you can see now without the, well, there's still glare, but at night it looks better. You can see those. And here you have shortcuts for one-click heating or cooling, so you can program that one. You have the Bluetooth connection here. Look at this. We have sources. We have finally the digital radio, and if I go to the radio, oh wait, it's Bluetooth music, so it goes into Apple CarPlay. So let's see here, DAB. If I go open this now, you can see here the themes and radio stations. That's good. But if you go to the FM, so back, if you go to radio, let's play some music. You know, I can't play for too long, it's a good song, but here you can play with the type of bass, middle, treble, or you can have presets. But if I go back, here you can see we have still frequency, because here we have the station name. Now they've told me they're gonna swap these out, so you're gonna have big station name here, the frequency, and for the favorites you're gonna have names. So they are listening to the customers, and they're gonna make those changes. So finally, RDS, digital radio, Apple and Android connection work. So this is a Chinese brand owned by Chinese government, and it was it required a little time, let's say, to acquire these licenses to work, but they're finally here, and I believe that's very nice that they're upgrading their cars and listening to customers. Car shortcuts. You have here the ambient light. Here you can see it now. You can change the colors, headlights, height. So you just read these and pause. Okay guys, one thing I maybe didn't emphasize is in this attachment menu, here you have the steering. I would keep it on standard because comfort is too light when you're driving, and you can have screen sounds, but I keep them off. And there is this customizable button. That's the asterisk here. If you put it on standby, when you press it, it turns infotainment to clock. And there's a mute button because there isn't one next to the volume, or there's the return button if you're in the menus. And there's a photograph, but it says when I press it, photo failed. Maybe there's an option to photograph from the camera on the top here, but I'm not sure when you need to put the SD card. But maybe it's most practical to have a mute if you don't use standby too much. So that's that. And a good thing is this car doesn't beep when you're over speeding. Oh, that's a new law. So not sure how they managed to pull that one, but that's a good thing because you won't have a annoying infotainment. Also, another thing I've missed maybe here, you also have this grocery hook next to the glove compartment, up to 3 kilograms, so very practical when you're going shopping. Now it has here lane change, so blind spot warning and so on. I saw the camera on the top, but I didn't notice there is any options for the lane assist. It's just classical cruise control. You can control here. Now I'm thinking if I've missed anything, but I think I've covered it all. To be honest, there are apps here, but these are just shortcuts for where I already have showed you. So that's here the settings. I think I've showed you that one. Here you have those, and that's that. So you have different shortcuts here. You can display music and stuff like that, but that's that. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Actually, I won't switch off the car so you can see the light bar or the taillights and at the front. There's another thing I almost forgot, but I didn't. You can see, well, it's daylight, so you can't see the light bar. That actually, wait, is it on? I don't think so. So let me show you the daytime running lights. So I will switch the lights on. So daytime running lights on, you can see those. Now I'm gonna manually switch these on. So at night on automatic, they will just switch on for you. So you can see the signature right there. And then if I go to the front, well, you can see the lights are on, but there's still a little bit there. Now, all of this is standard now in 2025 exclusive and sport trim. So the car is telling me I forgot to switch off the car. And another thing that's standard, blind spot. So, and rear cross traffic I showed you in the infotainment. Off, and let's pop the bonnet. So to show you that, again, Mitsubishi's 4-cylinder turbo petrol, 177 horsepower. Front wheel drive, of course. Now let's see, push, it's just here, right of the badge, push to the left. Oh, it has dampeners, forgot that. So you can see here, Forthing, and that's, I guess, the model name of the engine, but again, it's a Mitsubishi's engine. It doesn't have a cover from Mitsubishi, but it is, you can check it out. And again, linked to 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Washer fluid, well, there's a reservoir here. So washer fluid, blue cap. The other one is the coolant. And that's that. 4 strikes, 4-cylinder. Big sign, don't pressure wash your car. You can use a wet cloth to wipe it up. If I back up, you can see the bonnet, so it's nice that you have gas struts. Let it drop, closes perfectly. You don't need too much force, just push it a little bit downwards. And that was the new beautiful Forthing T5 EVO Sport. So I hope you liked this video. You know what to do, give it a like, comment down below if you have any questions. I'm going to answer them, and hope to see you in the next one. If you already haven't subscribed to the channel, it's completely free, and hope to see you in the next one. Stay safe. Until next one, bye.